watching and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a story time. Now I know we're all going through tough times right now, but you know, let's try to look at the positive side of it. I know there's so many families struggling right now, and you know, a lot of people think that just because it's not directly affecting them, like the world's not over, when there's like, you know, an ugly side to it. But I feel like it's really important for all of us to take the positive side of it, or else we're just gonna go crazy. So I thought it would be a really good idea for me to sit here and share one of my crazy story times while I do my nails. Now I haven't figured out what color I want to wear yet. I just got these like at this cheap dollar store, and I thought the colors were really cute, and I kind of want to try them out because like they have makeup too. Navy, I think they're called, navy, and their makeup stuff is pretty good. So I don't know, their nail polish might be too. I'm liking between these two. What do you guys think? I wish I could do like a little poll. I'm just gonna do this one. But you guys, this story time is about the time that I found out that my crush was actually part of my family. Eee! So yeah, you guys, if you guys wanna hear this crazy story time, please keep watching. Let's start with the base coat because I think like base coats are like really important. I'm gonna be using the OPI Natural Nail Base Coat. It's like that. So this actually happened to me, well, it started since I was like 13 and then went on to like I was like 16, okay? So when I was 13, remember I told you guys in the previous video, I was talking about my first friend here in the US who messed me over, and because of her, like I got bullied like big time by other girls, from primary to middle school to partial amounts of high school. And I told you guys that thanks to her, like girls didn't like me because she told them God knows what. So there was this particular girl, and we're gonna name her Cassie. So this particular girl, her name was Cassie, and I believe I had her for like science class when I was like I believe I was already an 8th grader. Yes, I was an 8th grader already. And so this girl Cassie hanged out with what did we name my first friend? Jessica. So she was friends with Jessica because remember I told you guys Jessica tend to hang with the popular people. If you guys haven't checked out that video, that was my previous one, please feel free to do so. Not the previous one, but the one before, which was another story time. And so remember I told you guys Jessica tended to hang out with the popular people because according to her she was popular or whatever. It was more that she kind of took the bullying and she kind of hung around with them, and then eventually they grew into liking her. But like, yeah, anyways, so Cassie was this pretty girl, and I remember like I thought she was so gorgeous. Like before she even started like bullying me, I thought she was like so gorgeous. She had like big beautiful eyes with like long curly lashes and like really beautiful long curly hair. She was just gorgeous, dude. Like she was just beautiful. And the fact that like she turned out to be like pretty much a piece of trash is kind of sad because like I don't know, I was gonna say like pretty girls shouldn't be doing that. Like every girl in the world is pretty, but that actually makes you pretty ugly. That makes you a pretty ugly person. I just think it's kind of sad when somebody's like super stunning, but they have like that trashy personality where they're down to make somebody feel like less, you know? And so this specific girl just pretty much started picking on me for no reason. Like she started doing like playing those little games where like I would pass by and she'll be like ill and stuff like that, you know, like the stupid little games that girls play because like they really can't they really don't have the guts to go up to you and like tell you crap if they don't like you. They just kind of like they feel backed up by their other friends, so they think like they can do that, and their other friends laugh, so they're encouraged. But when they're by themselves, like she would play like those mind games and stuff like this little game, not mind games. She would play like those little games and whatnot, and I just couldn't like bring myself to like realize like why are you doing that? You know, like I don't even know you. Like you don't even know me. I don't even know you. Why are you doing that? But I mean, it's really sad that when you're really not happy about yourself, or you're just miserable, like pretty much have to like make other people feel miserable to make yourself feel better or above or whatever. And so she would do that, right? And I just didn't come to realize, like, why would you do that? Like, I don't even know you like that. But then I saw that she would be, like, really close to Jessica. And I'm like, oh, that's why. Jessica's probably, like, filling her head with BS and whatnot, you know? And so it would go on like that for, I don't know, a couple of months, right? We were going to go to my niece's baby shower, I believe. She was about to have her first baby, and we were gonna go to her baby shower or whatever, and they had like a gather round. And so me and my mom and my sister, I believe, went, and we were just hanging out, and then I see her. Like damn, last thing I need is for one of my bullies to be at, you know, a family reunion, you know? Like, that's like so intimate and private, personal, and now you have one of your school bullies attending the same party with your family that you are. And I just really didn't like think much of it. I was just pretty much more like, great, like, what is she doing here, right? But whatever. I tried to ignore her like always, you know, like I just tried to discard her. I really didn't like stop and think like, who is she here with or whatever. I just thought that it was one of my niece's friends, because my niece is, I know she's my niece, but she's like way older than me. I think my niece is like 8 years older than me. It's funny, I know, but like, I'm her aunt. It's just that we don't say that, but I'm her aunt and she's my niece. Like, I really didn't stop and think. I was just like, man, she's here. I was just focusing on that she was here. But I tried to ignore her, because then one of my younger nieces, which we call each other cousins, was at the reunion too. And so like, I kind of mostly focused on her. And we were like 13 years old, you guys. So we were like playing around with the other kids. We started playing like tag or whatever. And there was this one guy, right? And we're gonna name this guy... We're gonna name this guy Roger, okay? So this guy named Roger was there, and Roger was a bit older than me. I believe he was like 2 years older than me. Yeah, he was about 2 to 3 years older than me. No, dude. He was about... I want to say he was about, I don't know, 3 years older than all of us. 3 to 4, you guys. So, I don't know. I was 13. He was like about, what? 17? Damn, that's crazy. Nah, he was about 16. Yeah, he was about 16 years old when I first met him. And so we were playing tag with the kids, and like, he was playing along with us. And oh my god, I was like crushing on him like big time. Like, I just thought he was like the most, I don't know, the cutest boy there or whatever. And so like, I started crushing on him, and then we started like, you know, playing those little games where we're chasing each other and stuff like that. We're playing tag, and then he's like making sure he's chasing me, and I'm making sure I'm chasing him or whatever. And so, I mean, that's the only time I ever saw him, honestly. Then I told my niece, like my younger niece, I'm like, oh my god, I'm like, you know, we're gonna call her Priscilla. Like, girl, Priscilla. I was like, there's this girl who like is like one of my bullies at middle school, and she's like here, and like, I don't know who she's here with. She's like, who? And I pointed it out, and she goes, her? I'm like, yeah, like, she's like such a meanie, but like here she's like playing it totally cool. Like, she's not even trying to be mean, or she's not even like trying to like, you know, like, she's just behaving pretty much. I mean, she should. She's, you know, in my family's reunion, so she should be behaving, you know? So I was like, but damn, girl, like, I can only imagine, like, all the crap she's gonna be talking or whatever. Okay. Okay, so then we were playing around, like, we were playing tag or whatever, and then, like, that died down, and then the guys started playing soccer, so we all started playing soccer. Of course I was gonna play soccer. My crush was there. So we all started playing soccer, and I was such a tomboy, you guys. Like, either way, like, I was such a tomboy, I still would have played with the kids. But, we were playing soccer, and then one of the kids blew the ball over to, the neighbor's house, and it was already, like, nighttime. It was, like, 8 o'clock already, so it was, like, dark, right? Roger was trying to convince me and Cassie to jump over the fence. It wasn't a fence, it was a brick wall. So to jump over the brick wall and to go get the ball and come back, right? Okay, so we were like, we were trying like, how are we gonna jump it, this and that. Like, I wasn't good at jumping like walls or fences or whatever. Like, I was a tomboy, but like, I wasn't good at it. Like, I'm willing to like freaking climb it and see what I can do, but my worry is like, how the hell am I gonna get to the other side again? Because the reason why we were able to jump is because there was like one of those like, I don't know if you guys ever seen like it's like a cable, dude. It's like a long ass cable, and it's like connected to, I don't know, one of the light poles. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this thick cable, and if you climb on it, like, you're good. Like, nothing will happen to you. Like, it's not like it's gonna pop or anything. It's like so thick, right? And so we were like standing there, we're already like sitting in the wall, and like Roger's like giving these instructions, like he like knows his shit, and he knows that everything's gonna be good. So he's like, okay, so you guys are gonna jump over the fence, you guys are gonna throw the ball, and then you guys throw the ball, and then I'll help you guys back up, you know? I don't know, like, maybe you can give her a lift, or she can give you a lift, and this and that. And like, we're at this time, like, we're not looking at each other, we're just like, oh my god, like, you know, like, little do they know that we don't get along, you know? I'm not the problem, like, this girl just doesn't like me, you know? So we're just like that, and then like Cassie looks at me, and then I look at her, and she just goes like, let's go, you know? Like, who cares, F it, you know, let's go. Yo, I gotta disinfect my hands because I just got some packages. Honestly, like, anything I'll be like Anyway, so she pretty much just gave me like the let's go, you know. She just looked at me, she goes, you know, I'm like, well, F it, I guess, like, okay, be my guest, you know, like, be my guest, you land, we'll see how it goes, and I'll see if I'll land, you know. Now, when we're about to, like, okay, let's go, this other kid is like, hey, man, like, I'll go get it real quick. Like, oh, yeah, like, we kicked it over there before. Don't worry about it. Like, I know how to get up. And this and that. So he was, like, totally cool about it. He was, like, I don't know. I was saying he was, like, 2 years younger than us. This kid was, like, 11, dude. And he's like, I know this. Like, I know where the ball might be. Like, usually we kick it over. I know how to climb back up. So, you know, I got this. So we're, like, both of us were, like, okay, like, you got this. All right. Like, we were, like, literally trying to avoid. Because, literally, he pretty much said, when you guys come back up, one of you guys are going to give each other a lift, and then we'll get the next one up. And I'm like, I am not about to do that with this girl, because we don't even get along. God knows, maybe she'll jump over and leave me there. I don't know. This little boy goes and gets the ball or whatever, and we're just, like, discarded. We, like, stopped playing afterwards, because, like, everyone was, like, they were all starting to leave already and stuff like that. So we're like, okay, we were probably going to get going too or whatever. So that was it. And then afterwards, I asked my niece, you know, my older niece, I was like, you know, there was this girl with the curly hair, you know, like she was like really pretty. Do you know who she is? Like, who is she, you know? And then she goes, oh, that's my husband's niece. And I was like, I'm sorry, you're what? Okay, I guess she's family now. So I, like, honestly, like, I was just not worried. I was just more like, okay, hopefully she'll leave me alone now that she knows that I'm related to her uncle's wife. Like, hopefully, like, now she'll leave me alone. So it's like, you know, it's all right. It's gonna smooth things out. Like, at least they're gonna leave me. At least she's gonna leave me alone, you know? Or so, to what I thought. So, like, this little, like, baby shower thing was, like, on a Sunday. The next day was Monday. And, you know, we went back to school or whatever. And I really wasn't looking forward to going to my science class. But, I mean, it's not like I had a choice, right? So then, as soon as I was, like, walking in class, like, we're actually not walking in class. We're waiting for the teacher to, like, arrive. But we were, like, you know, those, like, classrooms that have, like, that ramp. It's, like, those installed classrooms. Like, they're not, like, built in the school. They're pretty much, like, installed. They're, like, if they look like they're, like, those little trailer houses. But it's a classroom. And so there's a ramp. So, like, there was a whole bunch of kids, like lined up there. We were all waiting for the teacher. And I was barely arriving. And, like, this Cassie girl was right there with, like, her friends that, like, you know, were part of that class too. And, like, I just overheard them saying, like, damn, girl, like, I feel sorry for you, like. And the other one's like, yeah, girl, it sucks that she's, like, it's, like, she says something along the lines of, like, it's enough for you to have to, like, pretty much put up with her here in school. Like, now she's part of your family. And it's like, what? I'm over here like, what were you guys talking about? Like, put up with who? Like, I'm not even doing anything. Like, it's not like I don't even make eye contact with them. I don't even talk to them. I don't even try to approach them. I, like, pretend they don't exist. Like, putting up with what, dude? Like, honestly, if somebody really bothers you to that extent without that person even, like, acknowledging you, damn, you have an issue. Like, you have a problem. If literally, like, if somebody is really, like bothering you to that extent where you're like, damn, like, I can't even see you in school, you have an issue. Especially that person has never ever done anything to you, never ever even tried to talk to you. Like, you have an issue, my love. Like, it's just crazy how people can just be so bothered by your existence for no reason. Because I remember, like, she was even asked once, like, how come she didn't like me. And she was one of those people that said that she just didn't like me. And so having to know that, like, I had to see her probably sometime again in a family reunion pretty much ruined it for me. Because I'm like, damn, like, you know, family is like your comfort zone, like your home, or like your family's houses and stuff like that, reunions, and that's like your comfort zone. You know, you can pretty much be yourself. Even though I pretty much had no personality, because I was just like a quiet person. Like, I was really, really quiet. So it's not like I had like a personality that I had to hide from people because they'll freak out. Like, I was always quiet, but it's pretty much somewhere where you can just, like, okay, like, I'm with my people. I don't have to be cool for nobody. You know, I don't have to be, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, now, like, knowing that this girl was, like, most likely gonna be, like, at every family reunion that involved my other niece, like, that was gonna be, like, some crap I was gonna have to put up with, you know? So, like, fast forward months or whatever, like, I started to see Roger around middle school. but I just didn't know who he was there to pick up, right? Like I just saw him one time and I was like, oh my god, like who here goes to school that is related to him? Because I just knew that he was picking someone up for sure, because he was like waiting on somebody, right? But like it was not like he was waiting in a car. He was just pretty much like waiting to pick up someone, like to walk someone home. So I was just like, who is this guy waiting for? And as much as I tried to see, honestly, I couldn't, because like I was in one of those like after school programs where like you had to be there at a certain time. Like my mom worked a lot, so I really tried like to be like the least like time possible at home, because I would have to be alone. I know you guys, like I was pretty much by myself. Like when I was like 13 years old, like I was just by myself, and I was like, possible time that I could spend at home, I was trying to avoid it. So like me and my best friend were like in this after school program. I remember it was called ASAP, and pretty much we would just go there and like do our homework, and they would feed us and give us snacks, and there was like fun lessons after. Like you can get cooking class, you can get, there was like different activities, and like, you know, they would group you and they would take you to another class, and I mean another classroom, and they would you know, teach you how to cook and stuff like that. I took cooking class, and so I had to be there at a certain time. I believe like right after like the bell rang, like you had only like 15 minutes like to do whatever you had to do and just go like ASAP there, like ASAP, you know? So I never really got to see like who this guy was, who this Roger guy was there to pick up, you know? So fast forward, you know, we move into high school or whatever, like finally, and then I start seeing him again. My god, you guys, like I just got another package and I really want to know what it is, because like I know the first one was like a charger, or something like that, because like my husband ordered some stuff too, and I know I have like a couple of packages like on the way, but like I know they weren't supposed to be here today. So like, let's see what this is. This sucks because like I just did my nails right now and like I have to open this package and it's so annoying. This coronavirus thing. See, this is why I don't really do my nails, you guys, because like they will last. Oh wait a minute, this is the case. So then wait, what is this? Oh my gosh, a new phone. He ordered an, I don't think this is for him. Oh my gosh, what is this? You guys are gonna laugh at me, but I have no idea what iPhone is this. I'm not an iPhone person. I have an Android, and I know he's been trying to get me into the iPhone family, and it's like so nicely packaged, and I think I ruined his surprise. Oh my gosh. But what iPhone is this now? Because I don't know. Y'all, am I gonna know how to use this thing though? Let's just put it away for now. Let's get it back together. Oh my gosh. That was an iPhone that I did not order, that most likely my husband ordered, but it's in coral, so I don't think it's for him. Trust me, he's not about those colors. Not that he has a problem with them, but I know it's a fact that he's not really into those colors. Ooh, oh my gosh, I think he ordered a case for it too. Oh my god, just ruined the whole fucking thing. God, how do I package it back together? It's fucking all destroyed and shit. Man, look at my savage ass. Damn. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. It's cute though. Like, look at the keys. It's cute. Shit, you guys, I just freaking ruined the surprise for him. I'm trying to see if this one says what iPhone it is. Phone case, good quality. Yeah, it doesn't say. It says smile. Well, now I just feel like a piece of poo-poo because I think I ruined a surprise that he had for me. But he still gets credit, so. So fast forward, we're already going into high school and I was already a freshman. Now, around this time of my life, I was going through a lot. This is the time where like I was having problems at home with my sister. At that time, she was just a total different person. She was going through a lot herself, fighting her own demons. So God knows what she was going through. But at the end, she kicked us out of the house. And this is where I started to go live with my niece, the one that I told you that's related to my bully. But before I moved in with her and I found out what I found out, I had already seen this Roger guy driving up to my school. Now, again, I had no idea who he was going for. I had no idea who he was picking up. But it was already a little too weird that, okay, I see him in the family reunion. And I see him picking up someone at my middle school. Now he's picking someone up at my high school. So I'm like, who is this girl that he keeps picking up? Now, I wasn't thinking anything of it. I thought most likely it was a relative. Of course it was. But who? Who? I really didn't have like a lot of mind to put into it. I was going through a lot, so that was really like not a concern to me. Like, who was this guy really picking? Like, I'm not about to find out. Like, I had my own problems going on at home. And so my niece told me, you know, she goes, you know, don't worry about it. We're all gonna move in together. We're gonna rent this studio, and you know, we're gonna pull through. Don't worry about it. This and that. Like, now I think until this day, to my niece that like she took us in like that. Unfortunately, like, things didn't go as I would want them to go, but like, I'm really thankful, and I'm really like, I really thank her for everything she did for us, because at the end of the day, no matter what, she let us stay in her home, and I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. She was like, don't you worry about anything, you know, my husband and his nephew are gonna come and help us and put the stuff in the truck, and we're gonna start getting, you know, we're gonna start going. And so in comes her husband and his nephew, right? And over here, like, I didn't think anything of it. I was just really sad because how things were ending with my sister after all that, like how we had to move and how we had, like, you know, you know, I just really didn't want things to end like that within us, but like it happened. So I was just like more like concerned about that. Like, I was just like so down about that, you know. And so her husband gets off the truck, and I greet him, and I'm like, hey, how are you? And he was like, he's such a bright soul, honestly. Like, she really married a really good man. He has such a bright, positive soul. I've met very little people like that. And he was just this amazing person that you just have to talk to him. Like, you just have to say hi to him, because like, he's just like that. He just has that so much positivity in him. His personality is just bright like that. So he was like, hey. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, thank you so much for helping us out. And he's like, yeah. And then his nephew gets off the car. Guess who his nephew was? Just guess. Roger. Like, what are the odds, you guys? Honestly, it's such a small world. What are the odds that these guys are related to? Like, what were the odds that these guys were going to be related, honestly? And so I start adding things up. So I'm like, oh, so that's his nephew? She goes, yeah. He goes, remember that girl you were asking me about the baby shower? That's his niece. You know, they're related. That's his sister. And I was like, his sister? And she was like, yeah. I was like, so you mean to tell me that not only my bully is related to you and your husband, but my crush is also related to you guys, which means he's her brother. And so which means it's a no-no, because I was not gonna go there. I was not about that life. I was not gonna give them one more reason to cap on me. I was not gonna give them one more reason to like bother me. Like, honestly, I was not about that life. Like, I dropped it, honestly. This time I was already 15 years old. I was barely gonna turn 16 because this was like summer time, so I was about to turn 16. So I was not gonna go back into high school and give her a reason why to cap on me some more, because as it is, we hardly got to see each other, because I think we were really gonna be sophomores when I had to move in with my niece. So we hardly got to see each other because, I mean, high school was so huge. I was like at the other side of it, and she was like on the other side of it. So like, it wasn't a big deal, you know. Like, we hardly got to see each other. Then we did, like, I would totally ignore her. So I don't know if she would really like look at me or anything, but I would just like totally bypass her like she did not exist, which I prefer to do, because I didn't want any sort of confrontation. Now, mind you, at the time, it's not that I was scared of like confrontation. It was more like I was scared to get in trouble, period. Like, I was so scared to get in trouble, because as it is, like, I don't know, you guys, I just grew up, I remember I told you guys before, I grew up as a scared child. Like, I was just so scared to get in trouble. Like, oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble. Oh no, this and that. Like, I was just such a goody good girl that was like scared, and it was very shameful for me to be sitting in an office because I was in trouble. So I was not about to go through that. So I avoided confrontation at all costs, especially because we had already heard in high school, like, confrontation means fight. And I wasn't really a fighter. Like, I wasn't really like, just the thought of like hitting anyone, just like pretty much just like, you know. And I remember like one of my not friends, but like kind of like somebody that I knew from middle school that had gone into high school, she like got shanked. So like pretty much they like cut her whole face, and it was just a horrible thing. And I don't know what the heck she did, but like, she got into a fight and that happened to her. So I was scared, guys. I was like scared. I was scared, and I was not about to go through all that. So fast forward, we finally got to move in. He helped us out with a lot of stuff. At that time was when I hurt my back like really bad, because they were like so busy like moving things around, and I want to get things done like fast, and I was like trying to pull out a big vanity, like the drawers, and like nobody really could help me. So I'm like, I could do this myself. So I tried to carry it, and I messed up my back so bad. I had pretty much dropped this guy. Like I pretty much had discarded him as like an option, like as somebody that I would like, you know, like of course I still had a crush on him, but like it was a no to me. Like to me it was like, no, Maria, like for your own good, you're not gonna put yourself through that, so no, you know. And not only that, you guys, but the place that we moved in was like the garage of the house of Roger and his sister. So they made into like a nice studio. Honestly, it was like super comfortable. I can't even believe it was a garage. Like it was like made into a huge ass studio. I know that's against the law. I don't even know if they do that nowadays now, but they had made it into a huge ass studio. And it was like really comfortable. I had like 2 rooms, its kitchen, its bathroom, its laundry room. Like it was insane for a freaking garage, you guys. So I was really grateful. But not only am I moving in with like my niece, but that's their house. So like it's a total no-no. Like it's a total no-no. I was not about to go through that. Like I said, I was crushing on him, but I really wasn't willing to go put myself through any like more trouble than I already had, you know? And I was just scared, you guys. Like, I was just scared to give him another reason to, like, keep bothering me in high school. Like, especially in high school, because, like, I mean, I was scared at that time because I didn't know what kind of kids were there and this and that. Like, you know, so, like, no. But, like, while we lived there, we would, of course, have to cheat each other and this and that. Like, not really, because he was in his house and, like, we were in our studio. But, like, of course, we crossed paths here and there, especially because my niece just had the baby. And I was, like, helping her with it. Like, I would feed him, and I would, like, take him outside, take him for fresh air, carry him and this and that. So of course, like his house and the studio like pretty much had the same backyard. So when he would come out, and sometimes with the baby, like, you know, like we would greet each other, but like we would mostly like give each other looks. Like I know that, like, I don't know, he probably at least thought I was cute or something, because I would catch him a lot like staring. Even my mom caught him staring at me a couple of times. So even like I knew that at least he thought I was cute, but I feel like it was too complicated, because his world was like, he was like into a different world than I was. Like I said, I was such a goody good girl. Like I did not go partying, I did not go out. And this guy, well, he was like 3 to 4 years older than me, so he would go out with his friends. And you know, if he pretty much like insinuated anything or started anything with me, it was gonna be serious, because like I mean, I was raised old fashioned, and the family was pretty much old fashioned too. So like they weren't gonna really like, I mean, it wasn't really gonna happen where he could mess around with me and that's it, pretty much. So like it was just like, it was like too complicated. I think it was like, it was an inconvenience, you know. It would have been inconvenience for him, it would have been inconvenience for me. He wasn't really about the settling life. He was more like into partying, drinking, going out with friends. He was like in this like, not gang, they had like this club, and he was like, I don't know. But anyways, you guys, like I found out that he was part of our family, and you know, that didn't really last long, because like they ended up moving to another state. Like they found a better house, like a bigger house, and like way cheaper, you know, California with their ridiculous prices. But they went somewhere else, they went to another state, they found a better home, and so the house was going to be occupied by more of their family. It was I think it was also my niece's husband's sister. So her and her husband and some other relative were gonna move in there, and so we were still gonna be in the studio, so we were still gonna have a home. And I think we were there about 2 more years. Yeah, 2 more years. When I was about to like become a senior, that's when I had to go live with my best friend, which will be another story. But that really didn't last long, thankfully, you guys, because I feel like, I don't know, I think it was better that way. Like it was better for it to happen that way. But it was just so crazy, you guys. Like, what are the odds that you end up going to a family gathering, you see somebody that you know, and like, you know, she turns out to be your bully, and not only, and then you meet a boy there and you're crushing on him, and then he turns out to be her brother, and not just that, but like they're related to like your niece's husband. Not just that, but you end up living in their house, and oh my god, it was just like such an insane thing. Like I just still can't believe it happened. Now, I don't want to be like shady, and I don't want to be like, I don't know, you guys, I don't want to be like, just because it didn't happen, like I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, you're just saying that because it didn't happen, girl. But honestly, like I look at him now and it's like he wasn't even my type, you guys. But it was just that his personality was just so bright and so amazing, and like just like my niece's husband, like they had such a positive friendly, outgoing personality that it just pretty much instantly like attracted you. Like it just pulled you in. Like not attracted you, but it pulled you in. Like it caught your attention one way or another. So I feel like his personality like rocked, and he was very popular for that because he was like down to earth and he was cool AF. But honestly, I look at him like, oh my god, like damn, like girl, like you really didn't think you had options or something. Not that he was ugly or anything. Like no, I still think I mean, not that I think now he's really cute or anything. It's just that like I just don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, but he's not my type. Like he's not, or maybe because I grew into the strong high self-esteem woman that I am now. Not that I think he's not good enough for me, but maybe because like now I'm more like I just know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, but like, you know, he's just as I just became more of a strict woman, and I have high standards now. And it's not like he doesn't meet my standards, like he's not good enough for me. It's just more like for the type of person that he was, to the type of woman that I was, or type of girl that I was at that time, he wasn't for me. Like, not that he wasn't good enough for me, it's just not what I wanted. So I look at him now and I'm like, you know what? Thank God that he set our paths different, because I feel like, I don't know, like he just wasn't for me, you guys. Like he was that person that liked to go out partying and socializing and doing all this crazy stuff, and I'm just like a very to myself, I like to do my own thing person. I'm not really about the party life. I'm not really about the we might get in trouble life. I know, like I clearly have a boring life, if you want to say, but I mean, I just became really high standards and very like strict, and I know that's not what I wanted. Like I said, I look at him now, I'm like, wow, like, you know, he's not even my type. Like, you know, what attracted me to him? And I was like, his personality. He was like bomb. He was very like outgoing. And let me tell you something, this guy, like, he dated like really cute girls, like beautiful cute girls. Like, I'm not trying to say like for what he looked like, but like, you know, he really dated like really beautiful women. Like, he was like average height, which is not my thing, honestly. Like he was average height. He was like very heavy set, which I'm not really like, I don't look into the physical, but what I'm saying is I'm not really into short guys either. So like, man, like I said, I don't want to say this without sounding like an asshole. You know, my guy is 6'2", and he's like, you know, and I don't know, you guys. I just want to say, like, I look at him now and I don't know why I was so into him. Like, I think it was just really his personality that attracted me. But let me tell you something, this guy really had like, he dated some beautiful girls, and I know now he just had a baby with his significant other, and he's really happy, and I'm happy he's happy. You know, like, I really don't have contact. I think I have him on social media, but I don't have like full contact with him or whatever. But yeah, you guys, like he's doing great, so am I. I've been with my guy for, it's gonna be 10 years in July, so I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy with what I was given. I'm very happy with the man that God put my way. Beyond, I feel beyond blessed. I feel like, I don't know, like, I don't know. At the same time, like, I don't know, you guys, but yeah, you guys, that was just, I just want to share that crazy little story time with you guys, how like my crush ended up being part of the family, which is freaking insane. Thankfully, he followed a different path, and so did I. And yeah, you guys, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the story time. Like, I know it might be a little long, I hope not, but whatever, you know, I expect you guys to have a snack and a drink and something, I don't know, coffee, something with you guys when you guys do my story time, because we here chit-chatting over here, you know, we're like over here like buddies and like, you know, like chismosas or whatever, just sitting and having coffee time or tea time, or I don't know, Coca-Cola, whatever you want, and just gossiping. I don't know, you guys, but you guys, I hope to see you guys soon. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, share if you will, and yeah, you guys have a good rest of the day, and see you guys next time. Bye guys. Oh, by the way, if it matters, this is my nails. This is what I yeah, so if you guys are interested in knowing